Just about to get started. Jason Dimming.
Number 24, Jason Dominguez.
Stands in for the Phillies. And he hits a ground ball right side. Albies over to first in time. One pitch and one out. Here's Trey Turner.
Second, shortstop, Trey Turner.
Just getting started here at Truist Park outside Atlanta. Here's a 2-1. Oh, can't get out of the way of the fastball, and that's going to sting. One down at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Now a quick throw to first. Now back in safely at first.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Runner takes off. Caught in a rundown now. And he can't get back as he's tagged out easily. On the ground right side, Albies throws to first in time. Schwarber out of the play. And that's the third out. Back at Truist Park. Starting on the mound in this one, Mackenzie Gore. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
Digging in, Elly De La Cruz.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Elly happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
No.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Dominguez takes it in for the out. And there's one down. So up next, Jake McCarthy.
Jake McCarthy.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Gore. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. The 1-1.
Ball 2.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
That's outside. Ball 3. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Acuna has to step out of the way for ball 1.
Ball.
There's a swing and a drive. Carrying well. And brings it in at the wall. Back here in Atlanta, now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Bryce Harper.
Ball.
Ripped to short. Throw on to Olsen. 1 out in the second. And now for the Phillies, Shea Langoliers.
Ball.
Fought off foul. Here's a 1-1.
Ball 2.
Second inning here, no score. And that's down and away. Fly ball down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. 3-2. And there's ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. This one in the air, center field. And there are 2 down. So digging in, Harrison Bader.
Center fielder, Harrison Bader.
And first offering is fouled off.
Ha!
Langoliers leads off first with 2 down to the inning. On the ground, right side. Flips it. Nicely done for the out. We head to the bottom of the second. Now in for the Braves, Matt Olson.
Ball. Ball 2.
Liner snagged at first.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's got a chance. Going down. So he just clears the wall. And next for Atlanta, Jordan Beck. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Diving, gets down, could be extra bases. And he'll pull into second safely.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boone. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, getting that barrel there to meet it just in time. I'll tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Drake Baldwin, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Towards first. He'll do it himself, and 2 away now. Here's Josh Young.
Batting 8.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
On the ground, out to short. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Now, Michael Harris II. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back in Atlanta Truist Park, top half of the third inning, Marcelo Meyer stands in for the Phillies. And that one fouled off. 0-1. Foul ball there. Here's the 0-2. In the air to left center. McCarthy moving under it. And there's one down. Here's the second baseman, Carlos Cortez.
Carlos Cortez.
Cortez hitting ninth in today's lineup. And he was a third-round pick back in 2018.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Into the outfield, base hit. And that's a one-out single.
He was all over that one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Stepping in, Jason Dominguez.
Ball, no.
That's ripped into the outfield. Harris takes it in for the out. And there's two away. Trey Turner with a chance now. He was plunked in his first trip to the plate. This one in the air, right field. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Wastes no time there. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Schwarber in the box now, takes strike one. This one driven deep center field, on its way, home run. He'll circle the bases, and the Phillies take the lead. It's 3-2. Bryce Harper to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Base knock center field, and that keeps the inning alive.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Shea Langoliers stands in for the Phillies. High in the air, out to right. Acuna under this one. And that'll do it. As we go to the last of the third. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Elly De La Cruz. On the ground. Trey Turner gloves it. He puts it in his pocket, safe at first without a play.
Up next for the Braves.
And now, Jake McCarthy.
Jake McCarthy.
Ball one.
On a line. Should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Two in scoring position, nobody out here in the last half of the third. And another ball. Fouls away the first offering.
But I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Next offering misses. Ball 3.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And they're all loaded up.
Well, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Here is Matt Olson. 0 for 1 so far. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. Next pitch, not close, up high.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there. All loaded up. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at-bat. Ball 1, no strikes.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Inside.
And that misses. Ball 2. Can't reach it. Should score at least 2. 1 runs in. Another comes in to score. In to score from first. And they lead by 2.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Makes the catch for the second out. And now the catcher comes up to him. Drake Baldwin grounded out his first time.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Albies stands at second with 2 gone. Squirts away from Langoliers. Albies up to third on the wild pitch. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Back at Truist Park, and now for the Phillies, Ryan O'Hearn. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. And that one hammered. Gone. He doinks it off the foul pole. A solo shot. And they cut into the deficit. Next to hit, Harrison Bader. And a foul ball. 0-1 down. Out to short. De La Cruz handles, throws to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Marcelo Meyer stands in for the Phillies. Fly to left his first time. That one hammered, but pulled foul. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in. Top half of inning number 4. McCarthy takes it in for the out. 2 away down. And digging in for Philadelphia, Carlos Cortez. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. That one to first, and it goes just foul. On the ground to first, Olsen. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Phils get 3 on this long ball. It's down to 1 at 5-4. Ready to go, bottom 4. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Josh Young. Ground ball up the middle. Cortez gets it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Harris now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Swing, a high fly ball, right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He flexes his power with that swing. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Elly De La Cruz. First offering way inside, almost got him. Fastball for a strike. 1 run across in the frame so far. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Up the middle. The throw to first.
Got him. That's
Got him. And stepping in is the speedy Jake McCarthy. 1 for 2.
Ball.
Outside low, and the count is 2-0. In the air, right field, O'Hearn on his way over. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here in Atlanta, we go to the top of the 5th. Jason Dominguez stands in for the Phillies. High fly ball, right field. Acuna on the run. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Trey Turner at the plate.
Shortstop, Trey Turner.
On the ground to 3rd. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. 0-1. This one smoked on its way out of here. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. So 2 down. And now it's Bryce Harper to play. The new pitcher in the game, number 70. He's into the game with the bases empty. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That's strike 1. Two down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Foul ball. Two on the way. And a swing and a miss. And Harper down on strikes. Back in Atlanta Truist Park. Now in for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr.
So, Boog, here's an interesting fact about Acuna. He has the most home runs at Truist Park. He passed Freddie Freeman for the top spot in 2023, and I think he might hold that record for a while.
Now pitching for
Justin Slate gets the ball now. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
You know, these Braves, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Harper should have this one, and there's one away.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Olsen in the box here and fouls it off for strike one.
Ball one. Ball two.
That missed by a lot. Ball three.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
This one in the air, center field. And there's 2 away. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. He's already homered in this game.
Ozzie Albies.
That's a ball. Ball. Ha!
Hard liner. And it stays fair. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Safe. And that's his 3rd hit.
Up next for the Braves.
So here's the Braves designated hitter, Jordan Beck.
No, that's a ball.
Hard hit left side. And that is the inning. Back at Truist Park, top 6. Shea Langoliers stands in for the Please. Almost got him. Line drive, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Next to hit, Ryan O'Hearn.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
The 1-1. Runner on the go. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. There's one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores it. On the hands.
Two down. Marcelo Meyer, the next to hit.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Phillies, Eric Wagaman. The runner on first with two gone for him. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Will Vest.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Ball one, no strikes. Wagaman, 28 years old. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. Check swing went around. That's strike one. The Phils with the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're the top half of the sixth. That's in there. That's strike two.
All sliders so far in this at-bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Well, we go bottom six. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. One away. And next for Atlanta, Josh Young.
Third baseman, Josh Young.
Just a slow ground ball this time. Throws to first, and a couple of quick outs. So up next, Michael Harris the second.
Center fielder, Michael Harris the second.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back. That one misses. Full count now. That's ripped. Base hit. So the two-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Everything came together for him. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Sam Mole gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now Elly De La Cruz. Pitch out, but no action. And a swing and a miss. Fights it off. He'll see another. Harris off of first with 2 away.
Ball.
Runner on the go. Foul ball. Another 2-2 upcoming. On the ground to third. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Back here in Atlanta, we go to the top of the 7th. Carlos Cortez stands in for the Phillies. Check swing went around, and the count 1-1.
Ball 2.
Sliced hard but foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. Here's the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. 0 for 3 in this one. That one way outside, and that is ball 1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The Braves trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. In the air, out towards left center. 2 up, 2 down. So digging in, Trey Turner.
Shortstop, Trey Turner.
In the air, right field. Acuna drifts towards it, and that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 7th, so now to the plate for Atlanta, Jake McCarthy. Ground ball right side and foul ball.
Ball.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next for the Braves.
Here's Acuna.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
And the 0-2.
Ball. Ball 2.
That
Ball
one
3.
missed. Gets a piece and stays alive. Payoff pitch. And he walked him. And after that long battle, he's aboard representing the tying run. Here's Matt Olson. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Here's the 0-1. Just off the inside edge. And that misses. And a count 2-1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That's inside. Man at first, one away. Check swing, now an appeal to third. No, he held back. That's ball 4.
Oh, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
Steps off, lead runner back to second.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Jhoan Duran.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Squirts away from Langoliers. But all the runners hold. Two on, one out. Fastball is outside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And that finds the mark on the outside corner. Now 2-1. In the dirt, blocked. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Runners at first and second with one gone. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Got him looking for the strikeout.
Up next for the Braves,
Jordan Beck next up for the Braves. 1 for 3. That one's in there, 0-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-2.
No.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. We're at the top of the 8th. Dietrich Enns takes over on the mound.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here comes Bryce Harper. Up the middle. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Up next for
Here's the catcher, Shea Langoliers. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Sliced hard, but foul.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
And he grounds one back up the middle. A sliding stop at short. Got him! Nice play. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now in for the Braves, Drake Baldwin. Eric Miller on to pitch here.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next one misses, and it's 3-2. Back up the, that got him. His throw is not in time, an infield single. And they'll go back to check on the right-hander now. Josh Young next up for the Braves. First pitch, not close. To the right side, and that chance handled. There's one, and that's a double play. Wow. Bases empty after the double play. Michael Harris the second. Now at the plate.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
Ball 1.
2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
No.
And a 2-1 on the way. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over. Back at Truist Park. All set to start the 9th in this one. Ryan O'Hearn stands in for the Phillies. To the right side. Olsen handles the chance. The tag, and he's out. Harrison Bader stands in for the Phillies.
Harrison Bader.
Outside low, and that's ball 1. That's a base hit, and that puts the tying run on base.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
pinch hitter coming on, Michael Ciani. He represents the go-ahead run. Harris racing after it. Brings it in. And there's 2 down. So now the Phillies down to their final out. Now it's the second baseman, Carlos Cortez. And fouled off. The 0-1. In the air to left center. Harris makes a move towards the gap. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
What a life.